Hello everybody and welcome back to Alma, Missouri. The map that everyone loves to play and plays to love. Tell you what, I did not get a whole lot done over the weekend on this map. Booted it up, had no idea where I was as far as things to get done. Finished baling the straw, we're going to collect it. We've got other things we need to get done. In real life, I've been prepping for the trip. And tonight's gameplay, we're prepping for the trip. As I was saying right before the credits rolled, or the intro rolled, that we're role-playing that our farmer here, he's going out to the show. Got to get things ready on the farm. Be gone for a couple days. Schultz, what's up? I guess Kansas City winning was close enough for you to be a home team. No maps or mod drops today. Man, that's got me worried. It's got me worried there's going to be a big drop tomorrow or Wednesday. Gee, Candyman, welcome. Only the Candyman can. How you doing? I was trying to watch some of the Super Bowl ads today, and quite honestly, I was failing miserably. There wasn't a single playlist that had every single ad. I feel like I watched 4 or 5 different videos, and I saw most of the same ads. I know there's no way I saw all of them. The ones I did see, I thought were pretty lackluster. What's up, Simper? How's it going? It was fine, fine Monday evening. Now, anyone that is in the Louisville, Kentucky area, you'd like to meet up one day, I'll be in town starting tomorrow through Saturday night. Love to try to meet up. Message me over on the Discord. See if we can meet up for an evening or maybe a lunch at the show. I look good forward to bringing the show to everybody, because I know not everyone can make the trip out. And if you're watching this channel, then you're probably a fan of farm machinery and getting an opportunity to see the real deal up close and maybe not in person is something that is of great interest. And I think at this point we have nearly 100 bales. I think we can probably sell the rest. Yes, there is a tractor pull that happens this week. I didn't go to any of it last week, but the way I understand it, there's basically tractor pulls every night within the finals, concluding Saturday night. Big time events. Dr. Tuski. Welcome. Welcome. Come one, come all. Enjoy some fun and fabulous farming. Now I want to address a problem that has come up over the weekend, and I'm sure many of you have heard all about it. I'm sure the socials are flooding with commentary on this, and that is, well, that is the despicable action that some individuals have taken to infect and redistribute mods. Honestly, not a surprise. Because if you are unscrupulous enough to distribute someone else's work, then what makes one think that you would have enough scruples to not go and screw things up deliberately? So all I want to say is highly encourage people to stop using any and all websites with respect to downloading mods where, one, they do not make it blatantly clear who uploaded the mod. Two, you are not 100% confident that you are downloading it from the location for which the named author of the mod published the mod to. And three, if you ever have a shadow of doubt, just stick to the Giants Mod Hub. A good benchmark that I like to talk about is go to the Giants Mod Hub, look at the mods that just came out. Then go to any other mod site, and if you see the exact same mod listed there, well, I can personally guarantee you that the author that put it on the Giants Mod Hub did not go and also put it on the other random site, because they're getting a little bit of kickback from Giants, and they're not going to get a kickback most likely from any other site, let alone water down their downloads from the Giants Mod Hub. Two, if you're brave to click on one of those links that's also on the Giants Mod Hub over on another site, see what it does. Because Giants does not allow what's called direct linking from their site. Direct linking is when you click on a link and it immediately downloads a file. So if I direct linked to a mod on the Giants Mod Hub, it wouldn't work. It would just basically pull up a page not found message off the Giants Mod Hub. What does work is linking to the download page. So if you go to, let's say, the Mod Hub, and you find that new fancy wood pulp mod that has animations over on another site, and you click on that download, and it just directly downloads the file to your system. That was not hosted off the Giants Mod Hub. That was hosted off some other site. If you click on that link and it takes you over to the Mod Hub webpage and gives you an opportunity to click a download button from there, then it is basically being direct linked to the Mod Hub webpage, and that would be fine. So sadly, we can't just give blanket, this site is great, this site is bad. Instead, you just kind of have to see how each site's behavior is. And quite frankly, some good sites have turned to the dark side of not giving a damn. So when in and out, only get from the author's original source. And just stick to the Giants Mod Hub, because you're going to be safe there. Well, Schultz, it's at this point it's going to be a chasing thing. There's something in place to find today's variant. What about tomorrow's variant? And then you'll have something in place to chase today and tomorrow's variant. But then what about the variant that comes out next month, next week? The classic conundrum of malware detection and removal. Oh, you little joker. Alright, look. Look, what do we got here? 7,500 liter bale. And go away. Now we don't have to go pick it up. So please, please exercise safe mod downloading. Please exercise safe mod handling. Well, Schultz, all you gotta do is ask Giants, and they'll deliver your little kickback. But you gotta upload financial information to them. Which, for those of us in the States, can be a little confusing because internationally people refer to, well, international bank numbers and other things are different than our domestic numbers. And often trying to find the international number is not overly simple. But before I forget, this video is brought to you by GoldenEye 48 and Raznak. Thank you for being farm barons. Alright, let's go sell these. We don't need them. I've got over 100 bales now. Oh, are you using Giants as a bank? Is that what you're doing? Well, I'll tell you right now, the 8000 series CPUs are not worth buying. They appear to basically be the 7000 series with a little AI added to them. And just like when ray tracing came out with NVIDIA, there really isn't anything that can make use of these AI engines on these chips. You're probably best waiting for the 9000 series. At least that's what I guess people are speculating the numbering to be. We get hung up on the curb. Curbage. Yeah, well, I get hit for like 20 bucks. 20 bucks in international transfer. Which is not the greatest when your monthly partner check is less than 20 bucks. Ouch, right? Thanks, Giants, for charging me, or for basically causing me to lose money. Alright, we're gonna park this. We're done with it. Oops. All right, we need to haul some wheat down because we're just about out of wheat over at our flour mill. Yeah, or you know, like some places. Wait till you have $100 or so, and then cash out. But, I mean, your bank may vary. Your bank may vary. Mine's $20 on an international transfer. Yep. It would be a massive jump from a 3700, and you gotta get a new you gotta get new memory and a new motherboard anyway at that point. I mean, a 7000 series jump would be massive for a 3700. DDR5. Well, you want some good fast DDR5, right? By the time those 9000s come out, you'll have really fast DDR5. But yep, I'm gonna need that. All right. So we got our wheat now. No, our flour mill's now running up again. But we only had 793 liters of wheat before we dumped that in there. Everything else is rocking and rolling. We're out of tomato. Oh, we need water. All right, we gotta get water down here to start making some more ketchup. Cat soup. Let's send this. Start selling our butter. I don't know. if that would... I don't know how much you'd benefit from that with Blender work. Video work will eat up as much as it can get. I put 64 in my new little streaming and coding box that I'm taking with me to the trips. Between this one, leaving tomorrow to go to the National Farm Machine Show. Then the end of next month, we're going back to PAX East. So I'm going to take that little PC with me. And it's going to be my capture box if I do have to do any recording. I'll game off my 6000 series AMD laptop and capture to that. I put 64 gigs of RAM in that. Reserved 8 gigs of RAM for the integrated graphics, so that makes that system have 55 gigs for the system. And I've been really impressed with its video encoding and video editing capabilities, because the 7000 series laptop CPUs have embedded hardware enabled H.264, H.265, and AV1 encoding and decoding. So a little laptop CPU can encode like 120 frames a second, high quality video. It's going to make an awesome travel companion. And then when I come back, I'm going to basically use it full time. Here on the normal rig, on the normal setup, we're going to go to a 2-machine setup. Walter, no. The U.S., we don't have import duties. Like a lot of other countries do. You could say it's probably built into our tax structure. But I know other countries do have import duties that they have to deal with. But yeah, this little mini PC I bought, paid just over $400 for it. I put my own memory in, put my own hard drive in, and the thing is, it's going to be a really good powerhouse for what I want to use it for. And actually, when I get back from this trip, I'm also going to be putting together a video on farm sim optimization for low-end GPUs. So I did a video when Platinum came out, the Silver Run Forest Platinum. I did a video when that came out talking about my current GPU settings for a 3080. And that's what we're still running here at 3080. And I get some questions every so often about, well, what about lower end settings? What about enabling FSR or now frame gen and all these other things? Well, I really can't enable those things on a decent GPU because it's already performing very, very well. But what I can do with these integrated APUs is basically show you, like stock settings on low, stock settings on medium, stock settings on high and what that looks like, but then also take stock settings and add a little FSR to it, add a little I can't do DLSS, so I got to do the FSR stuff, but you know, add a little special sauce and show you how things can change and how you can tweak your own settings, because Farm Sim will run on nearly a potato, and I think it might help some folks ink some life out of some older cards. Yeah, I know other countries can have importation fees. We are we're a special bunch here in the States, and we don't know how good we have it until you start talking with others internationally that have to pay to have things shipped in. All right, let's get some water over to our ketchup factory. Stage this over here for our corn. Oh, you are? I don't know. I mean, it's just well, what's CPB? Or what's CVP? I thought you might be in Canada because I didn't know what CBP was. Well, or too many mods. Too much stuff. Just because PC don't have just because PC players don't have, you know, Bale limits or slot count limits, right? It doesn't mean that there aren't penalties. No, I didn't. So I bought this little mini machine off of AliExpress. It was like $3.90 something. I mean, the street price off of the company's website was like $5.80. Right now they have $150 off for Chinese New Year, and the price I got off AliExpress was still less than that. After shipping, I was out just over 400. Where are we at? No, I want to come over this one. Let me look real quick. Stop it. So it's okay, 380. $385.77. Dang. And I paid $406 total. So I got hit with $20 tax. That's what I bought. I need to find water. There's water around here somewhere. Where the heck's the water at? Oh, there's water. No, I thought this map had water on the fire hydrants. At any rate. Oh no, I have to check. I have to check. Alright, we got our ketchup running. We'll top off these greenhouses and then see what we can get into. But yeah, I was messing around with it the other night, and I had Farm Sim running on high settings with FSR enabled, and it was pretty darn close to 60, if not steady on 60. Powerland, they haven't put those underground in Nebraska, or tornado safety. Raz, what is up? What is up? Alright. Park this. Nothing good. Let's go to sleep. Well, sure to have flying torpedoes. The corn's not ready. We get this out of the way. We gotta top off our TMR. Haul the milk down. Get water. Well, at least we'll be able to see them. Can't tell you how many people have driven into those things in 19. Dwayne, what is up, sir? Welcome to the party. I won't be doing any streams on the road, no. What did Sir Raz say? Oh, first day vacation. Well, he's gotta celebrate Lover's Day with his sweetie. There we have that. Time for some milk. Are you saying it's too big for the hog? I mean, you could have a hog farm on a 16x map. Let me check to see if we have any awesome contracts. See what else is on sale. Nope. No good contracts. Hellhawk, what's up? I mean, you got tons of time now. Nothing good on sale. Jeez. Watch out for creepy red panel vans that just drive in circles. Not a good sign. There we go. One hay bale. One raw bale. Two silage bales. You know us Americans, we love our wide open spaces. I think they're too big for myself also, but that's because I would prefer to do the jobs myself. But others like to just play kind of logistics manager. So, to each their own. The Dark One Gaming, welcome. Welcome to the party. I have no idea where all this manure is going. Well, at this point, I could buy one of those Oxbows and start flinging poo on my fields. How much manure do I got? I don't even see it listed. Artemis, the chill's going well. Sorry about the cough, everybody. Raz, when you make it to Louisville, I got a present for you. I got the gift for you. Question is, where are you going to put it? I'm going to leave the house, I think, mid-morning. According to Google, it's a 7-hour drive. I'm going to leave hopefully around 9:30. That's when I'm leaving tomorrow. That'll roll me into Louisville hopefully a little bit before dinner. Then I'll have plenty of time to basically unpack the car, set things up, and just hang out tomorrow night. And head to the show first thing Wednesday morning. Lover's Day is the first day of the show. I would love to meet up with anyone who's in the area that can make it. We can hang out at the show, grab dinner, grab lunch. Farmer G, it's the game. It's been doing it since I booted it up tonight. And I just haven't been bothered enough to stop and restart it. I figure if I load the if I quit and come back in, it'll probably be fine. Andrew, great. Join the Discord, Explanation Discord, and then we'll try to meet up. I've got some of my shirts, some sweatshirts, so I'll be wearing some of my channel merch. I don't really know what I'll be wearing when, but right, if I know somebody's coming, then we can try to find a time to meet up. I tell you what I'm wearing, right? All right, so the corn is, do we want to do that? Let's put this back. 1.3 million square feet under a single roof. They're expecting 300,000 visitors in 4 days. It's gonna be an absolute madhouse. Let's do it again. Maybe we can start a corn. I was surprised, last year was my first year. I was surprised that literally area schools made it a field trip. I don't know why I made that, was shocked at that, but I was shocked that it was like a field trip destination. That's too big a field. Field double duty. Yeah, we're not harvesting that field. Field 17. Where is that at? I mean, that's some good money. Peas and carrots. Field 25. Oh, I'm not harvesting carrots. Field 7. I mean, I feel like that's decent money for field 7. Honestly, David, I can say yes, but I don't know if I will remember. But sure, put it in the Discord. I'll try to remember. A lot of families go there, right? It's a pretty neat event. Thank you. Thank you, Moose Farms. Andrew, thank you for becoming a farm baron. See, Raz self-identifies as a fat Brad Pitt. I don't know how I identify, other than a short tree trunk. Oh, that's a starting farm. Right, we abandoned that day one. Although with this much money, we could probably buy it now. Nope, not quite yet. 620 Gs. Are there any maps or mods that are coming up that folks are excited for? Nebraska lands. Hopefully that'll come out before the next big thing. Antler 22's Nebraska map. There's multiple Nebraska maps in development. Blazer grain bin. Well, we're hoping there's something coming in the fall, right? Till it's announced, it's just speculative. Now, we had the FS22 announcement in April of 21. I feel like the fact that we have not had a season pass announcement implies something. But again, it's all speculative at this point. Farmer Groot, it will be PC because it'll be a 16x map, sadly. Maybe with the next FS, they'll drop support for PS4 and Xbox One, and then we'll get consoles will be able to support larger maps. Maybe, hopefully. I mean, as soon as a real 4X map hits the consoles, I'm really eager to see what what you all think of them, because man, it's different. Everything is different. It's a lot bigger. Distances between sell points, the shop, suddenly grow a lot bigger. And, you know, this map might take you 5 minutes to drive in a circle. right around all the fields. 4X map, it's at least 15 minutes to drive all 4 corners at full speed. I think if Giants drops PlayStation 4 and Xbox One support, then there's a potential, because the current gen consoles, PS5, Xbox Series X, are basically low to mid-range gaming machines with 16 gigs of shared memory and multi-core CPUs and GPU and all that. Whereas the PS4 and Xbox One, being nearly 7 years old at this point, they are severely underpowered compared to modern PCs. And if there is a chance, it would only be if they drop support for the older platforms. But the wild card there is Sony and Microsoft, and what a 4X map would do to just the amount of memory that they allow a game to any one game to take use of, right? So if Sony and Microsoft restrict, let's say, a game to only using a certain amount of memory, then it's possible it still wouldn't work. But I think dropping the old gen consoles would be the best chance to getting that to work. I think maybe the Series S. The X is definitely 16. The X is spec for spec on par with the PS5. Well, I mean, there's a lot of games that are coming out that are not, that don't support those platforms now. Oh, like existing games. I mean, given the lack of availability back in 2021, it's understandable why Giants would continue support for the older platforms, because they were in just short supply everywhere. But at this point, you know, if you want one, then you can find one. But there was definitely a period in 2021 and even 2022 where it didn't matter how bad you wanted one, they weren't around. All right, we'll be right back. See if that fixes my audio cutout. It's getting a little annoying with the harvester. Yep. Richard, we talked about that right at the top of the live stream. I didn't know it was called Louisgate. That seems pretty dumb to me, but at any rate, yes. Referring to unscrupulous individuals taking other people's work, slapping a malicious script in it, and re-releasing it all over the internet. Well, realistically, they probably only uploaded it to one site. And the way all of those unscrupulous mod sites work is they scrape from each other. So it only needs to be in one place for a very brief period of time before it gets scattered like the wind, like the proverbial poop hitting a fan. And you know, I'm kind of torn between this. And that one, if you are deliberately choosing to get your stuff from unscrupulous sites, then you know what? You play with fire enough, you will be burned. But there are people that just did not know any better. And for those, I feel really sorry. And to me, it's our job, my job, those of us who are creators, to basically continue the fight of trying to educate people on why we don't go places like that, why we don't use sites like that. And yes, the convenience of having one mod site to rule them all. I just go one place and I download whatever in it, whatever I want. Well, that's the way you can get diseases in real life. And that sometimes translates to digital diseases also. But yes, sadly, some individuals, I think what caused this all is one, a modder who had no deliberate malintent was selling mods off of their Patreon, which itself is a violation of the Giants' terms of service. Never, ever, 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 ever pay a penny for a farm sim mod. Under no circumstance ever pay a penny for a mod for farm sim. Well, apparently a supporter, Patreon supporter, took all of their paid mods and spewed them out on the internet. And either before or after they spewed them out on the internet, they put malicious code in them. So suddenly the floodgates, mod author who's kept his stuff behind a paywall, it's all released on the internet. Let's all go grab it now. And we grab it, and we boot the game up, and all of a sudden all our day's gone. It's terrible, yes. I make a little light of it. But again, I feel people kind of get what they're going to get. So, it's important. Always try to get your mods from a trusted source. And the trusted source is only one, the Giants Mod Hub, and two, where the original author placed the item. And sometimes figuring out or trying to establish where the original author placed their item is difficult. And that's where it comes to play. Is it really worth the effort? Is that mod really worth the effort? Try to track down and figure that out. Lots of stuff gets released on itch.io, which is a great place. I question how discoverable itch.io stuff is, but still, itch.io is a great place for people to publish their own work. I know Will, for example, publishes his work over at Nexus Mods. Everybody will ask, you know, what mod sites are safe? Well, we can't give blanket. This website is perfectly safe 100% of the time. Because any site that accepts submissions could end up having junk uploaded to it. And the reality is, I'm only aware of one mod site that actually evaluates mods, and that's the Giants Mod Hub. Every other mod site that I'm aware of simply accepts a submitted mod and at some point publishes it with little critique on, does the mod do what it says it does? Does it do things it doesn't say it does? Right? They're just blasted, shotgunned out there and published. So for me, and I've said this for about as long as FS22's been out, the way you can establish if a site is good is how do they treat Giants mods? How do they treat a mod that you know for a fact is on the Mod Hub? So go to the Giants Mod Hub, look at the recent mods, go to any mod site, name any mod site, go there. You're guaranteed to find that mod. Almost guaranteed. If you click on that mod that you know is over on Giants, there's only two behaviors that can happen. One, the file is directly downloaded to your computer. Or two, you're taken to the Mod Hub webpage to then download the file. If the file is directly downloaded to your PC, delete it immediately. It's not genuine. It's not authentic. Because Giants does not allow direct linking to a Mod Hub mod. Meaning you can't just click on a link and it downloads the file directly. Giants Mod Hub is only configured to take you to the download page, and only after you've gotten to the download page can you actually download the mod from the Giants Mod Hub. So any mod site that direct downloads a Giants delivered mod is rehosting it, has basically taken it, and is in effect taking money out of the mouths of the creators that made it. Whereas a mod site that links you to the Giants Mod Hub to then download the mod is supporting the Giants Mod Hub and therefore supporting the creators that choose to publish their work to the Mod Hub. Yeah, well, it's, you know, the 1 gig limit, you'll have to basically self-host, have a way of self-hosting your files at that point. I mean, Stevie puts everything on Google Drive. I mean, it's how do you globally shut down someone from being able to sign up for a Patreon site? It's not really that easy, I don't think. There's nothing illegal about Patreon itself. What's against the terms of service is advertising that for X dollars a month you get access to unreleased mods. That's the crux, right? If you want to support a modder on Patreon, that's fine. That in itself is not a violation. That's a free will donation between you and the mod author. It's just when one of the deliverables is access to an unreleased mod for which the mod author has used the Giants editor to create, that it becomes a violation of terms of service. Indeed, Corsa, and at that point, right, you're free. You're free to do personal edits all you want, right? And sadly, you know, you're gonna have that copy to do whatever you want personally with. You just won't be able to, you know, distribute it, release it. Nice. Okay. Where does this go? Oh, the grain sell point. Where's the grain sell point? Over there. FARMER-KLEIN, no, that's a contract. I'm not planning anything after that. Yeah, well, I mean, the worst thing about Nexus is their constant renaming of stuff. That's annoying as all get out. Hey, exactly, Farmers. Yeah, I see your comment about this production mod, and that's where part of the problem lies, is creators that refuse to basically, you know, respect the modders for which they claim is the only reason the game is successful. They wish to constantly bite the hand that feeds them by saying how bad the game is and how the game is junk without mods, but then they encourage and condone visiting and using junk sites. That whole reason to exist is to disrespect the creator by taking their work, rehosting it, and then making profit from other people's efforts. They probably didn't even know it was on the Giants Mod Hub because they probably never even go there. But it's a frustration thing, and all we can do is try to educate as best as we can, because the only reason those sites exist is because people visit them. If people didn't visit them, then the sites wouldn't exist, because they wouldn't get enough traffic to them to pay for all the hosting, right? But instead they make a mint off of ad revenue, off of other people's works that they have taken. Most of those sites make it nearly impossible to know who actually uploaded the mod. It's just there. They may have the mod author in the credits, giving the person credits, but you don't know where it came from. And that's done. That was a quick little bit of money. Let's go make some more. Well, see, Will, this script deletes all your save games. So it just goes and dumps all your save game folders and apparently dumps your save game backups. But for me, I don't see my habits changing any because most of the stuff I get off Giants Mod Hub, and the stuff that's not there, it's over at lsfarmingmods.com, and there's not going to be a problem with junk up there. I have very little need for anything else. Yes, they are. For Farmer Andy mods and for official LSFM mods. King mods is 100% not okay. 100% not okay. There's tons of mods on King mods that are explicitly cracked DLCs. They do not pay attention to, nor do they obey takedown requests. King mods has turned into an absolute piece of trash. And I 100% am going on public record to say that. But yeah, LS farming is fine. Now they do have third-party mods that are uploaded to that site, so I would be cautious about those. But what I would not have any hesitation on is downloading anything with Farmer Andy as the credits over at lsfarmingmods.com. That's the mod author of Pop Bergman and many extremely useful scripts. Sorry about that. Late on the mute. I mean, there really isn't money. This is a sad thing. There really isn't money in a respectable mod site. Because respectable mod sites don't get a ton of traffic. Because they don't have a ton of mods. Because they don't have a bot going out scraping other mod sites just to get content. So there's really no money financially in running a respectable mod site. So you gotta have other motivations to run a respectable mod site. That's where sites like itch.io really help, because it gives creators an outlet, a resource to publish their work and brand their work. It's just, again, I question the overall discoverability of itch.io sites. But honestly, I don't go there with a lot of regularity to know. Like, I don't know if that field has a dip there or whatever, but the header was digging in. Yeah, Simply Safe was a great resource while it existed, but again, it just until your motivations, you got to be really dedicated, because it's going to be a revenue loss site. Walter, I will try to put them out daily, but there's no promises on that. It's going to all depend on how the day goes and how good or bad my hotel internet is, and how good or bad my hotspot keeps up. I'm gonna probably be uploading AV1 encoded videos, so the file sizes will be smaller. But it really depends. So like last year I left the farm show about mid-afternoon most days and went back to the hotel and worked on video for probably 4 hours. So it was then early evening by the time I started the upload. And depending on how big the file size is, that upload could take up to a couple hours or more to upload. I did get Adobe working with AV1. There's a free plugin. I don't remember what it is. But there is a free plugin that will give AV1 import and export capability. I mean, I'd like this to feel better if my header didn't dig in. But yeah, it's going to pay me $77,000 on top of whatever I get for the excess. But my header's digging in. That's why I cut across the field. That sounds right. Yeah. Walter, that sounds right. And then when you save the file, you pick that you want the vocoder file type, and then it brings up another interface where you can pick the AV1 and configure that. So I don't know if you saw, I published some. No, you probably didn't see it because I published it for members only. I published a couple videos I did over the weekend. I did a test H.264. I did a test H.265 and AV1 encode of the latest map video I did over the weekend. And the normal 4K encode was like 12 gigs. Let me look. Yeah, the normal 4K video was 12.7 gigabytes after I was done encoding it. I re-encoded it using the new little mini PC as H.264, and I think it was like 6 gigs. It was a 1080p encode, and then I did an AV1 test. Again, the same basic bitrate, just as AV1, and the file size was like 3 point some gigs. So to be able to take in half my file size by doing the AV1, I can then upload AV1 dailies. And then I'll keep all the raw video, and then when I get home, I'll encode a 4K super edit of all the videos combined and upload that. Because if that's 50 gigs, it doesn't matter. When I have gig internet, it won't take any time at all. But what really, yeah, I mean, what really sold me on that Mini was when I realized that the GPU had embedded H.264, 265, and AV1 encoding support. Integrated hardware support. I was like, oh. I mean, if it has a dedicated AV1 encoder, because I tried to encode AV1 on my 3080, no. Just fell flat on its face. I tried to use my 5900X to encode AV1, just fell flat on its face. 12 core, 24 thread, couldn't keep up and encode AV1 in 60 frames a second. Because I was trying to do it all brute force. But that new 7000 chipset, laptop chipset had, with integrated graphics, had AV1 support built in. Just like the newer AMD GPUs, NVIDIA GPUs, and Intel GPUs. And as a result, it just chews through it like it's nothing. So I'm gonna try. If I do the same format I did last year, I end up with like 150 clips per day. And getting them exported out of the phone, imported into Premiere, and then put the music, transitions. Takes a while. And this year I've got a mic, and these Rode mics I think seem to do good with audio noise cancellation. So I'm going to try the first day to do some commentary, and we'll see how clear that commentary is based on the background noise. And if it's pretty clear, right, then we'll have commentary going on also. But I'm kind of a stickler for noise. I can't stand anything with a ton of background noise. Recording at 264 on the phone, yeah. So the phone will be recording at 264, hopefully at 4K. Last year I used just the default phone recording app. This year I'm going to be using my my DJI gimbal. And the DJI gimbal has a recording app itself. And I don't know if I can record at 4K on that or not. Richard, I have no idea. That's not a stat I really pay attention to. They were all recorded at 264, yes. Because I took the original recordings from my original map video and just re-encoded them. So they were very high bitrate 264 originals. I dumped the videos. I don't have the originals anymore. I mean, this map is a standard size map. So this is normal size map. So like 17 isn't all that big. It's only 14 hectares in size. I cultivated field 22. That's 33 hectares in size. No, Delilah, soybeans don't add nitrogen in precision farming. In theory, they should add some, but they don't seem to do that. Oh, well, that's more context than I had before. You just said field 17. You didn't specify on a particular map. Yeah, I think there's it doesn't look like there's a negative crown to the field, but it just feels like for whatever reason the header's digging in. Yeah, it's like, you know, if you encode, yeah, if you rip a CD using MP3 and then you encode that MP3 into a lossless format, right? Your original's lossy already. So converting it to a lossless format, it's already lossy. Now, I guess I could, in theory, because I use OBS to record, I'm very well aware that I'm missing little bits here. I mean, I think I could use OBS to encode the recording as AV1 and then edit in Premiere as AV1. I mean, I could do that. But not on my phone. Not for the videos of the show. But if I have to do map videos or any other video, I could I think record as AV1 in OBS. What's up, Farming Sins? How you doing? Welcome. Welcome to the show. I can't import even with that plugin? Well, I mean, this kind of stinks. So yeah, I mean, if I did get stuck to a point where I couldn't do that, I would just have to use handbrake and transcode it. Just something that would work with Premiere. And just add another step. I can see how that would take forever. Planting cotton with a little harvester like that. A little planter. Alright, where's this going? To the grain sell point. Come on. Let's get up some gumption. Then the other thing that's going to limit my my overall day at the show is just battery. I'm going to take some chargers with me, but the gimbal should be good for 5 or 6 hours. The phone should be good for 4 or 5 hours. The mic should be good for longer than that. Like a full day at the show is going to be requiring like a full-on recharge of most things. Oh, where'd the game audio go? I think the system is tired and wants to rest. It knows I'm going away for a couple of days. I'm just going to shut her down. This is the first P load. All right, Walter, catch you later. I mean, it says 18%. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? So I don't know if that's like 6 loads, 7 loads. Let's see what the reports is percent transported. %. So I got 10 or 5 loads. %. So I don't think that'll take too long. Now that we have a nice clean line, we can do a hired helper and just let them go to town and just keep them empty. Yeah, I think trucks are one of the things that are rather scarce on the Giants Mod Hub. Yeah, there's something that console players jump on as soon as they get an opportunity to. What are you doing? What on earth are you doing? I didn't really drive those Volvo trucks around too much. All right. All right, we'll top him off. And now I'll just let this guy run. I want to back up my game save. After we get done live streaming, I'll put this over on the laptop. And I will finish harvesting this in Louisville. So when we do finally come back next week, we will be hopefully harvesting corn. Because we're going to be out of town Tuesday through Sunday. I'll be returning Sunday. And hopefully, maybe in time for Sunday night, convoy night in American Truck Simulator. But don't expect any sort of streaming this week from the hotel, as we'll have crappy hotel Wi-Fi. And I need to be saving my hotspot for emergency upload and bandwidth to publish those videos. Hopefully we will be able to get a video out per day. That's the goal. If not, then we'll be publishing videos after we get back. Anyway, thank you for watching. And I look forward to bringing the show to you all as well. Oops, we don't want to do that. That's the wrong button. Well, thank you all for coming out and watching. As I said, I head out tomorrow mid-morning. I'm going to start packing some things up tonight. I got a lot of tech I got to get packed up. And finish packing things up tomorrow. Say goodbye to the fams. And head out. And then we will meet once again. Once we report back on the first days of the National Farm and Machine Show. Until next time, happy farming.